हम अपनी नेक्स्ट वीडियो स्टार्ट करते हैं जिसमें हम लोग स्टडी करेंगे सोल्ड एनएमआर स्पेक्ट्रा ऑफ C13H6O। हमारे पास एक मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला दिया गया और हमने इसको यूज करते हुए एनएमआर को और C13 को, मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला एनएमआर C13 एंड प्रोटॉन के एनएमआर को यूज करते हुए हमने इसका स्ट्रक्चरल फॉर्मूला निकाला है। देखते हैं कि आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए कंपाउंड्स को हमें क्या किन चीज़ों की ज़रूरत होती है। ये हमने पिछली वीडियो में भी डिस्कस किया था कि हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई अ मॉलिक्यूल, नंबर ऑफ द पीक्स गिवन डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ द एटम्स, कि हमारे पास जितनी ज़्यादा पीक्स होंगी हमारे पास उतनी ही डिफरेंट काइंड्स के एटम्स प्रेजेंट होंगे। ईच टाइप ऑफ पीक रिप्रेजेंट्स अ स्पेसिफिक टाइप ऑफ एटम। नेक्स्ट, second step, chemical shift tells us the specific type of the atom. It means that every peak has its own specific chemical shift value which represent its different atom. Next चलते हैं, थर्ड वाला स्टेप है that is the integration value. This gives us integration value. हमने पहले भी डिस्कस किया था कि इंटीग्रेशन वैल्यू किसी भी कंपाउंड्स की हमें ये बताती है कि ये एक पीक का जो एरिया है वो कितने हाइड्रोजन एटम्स या कितने कार्बन के एटम्स को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है। नेक्स्ट आ जाता है हमारे पास स्प्लिटिंग पैटर्न। स्प्लिटिंग पैटर्न टेल्स अस अबाउट द नेबरिंग एटम्स। इट मींस दैट if we get a triplet then it will give us the information about the two hydrogen atoms that are present in its neighbor. Gives us the information about the neighboring atoms according to the n+1 rule, where the n represents the neighboring atom and उसमें हम एक ऐड कर देते हैं तो हमारे पास किसी एक स्पेसिफिक एटम की वो स्प्लिटिंग पैटर्न आ जाता है। नेक्स्ट चलते हैं हम अपने स्पेक्ट्रा की तरफ, जो कि हमें बताता है कि क्या है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम इसे क्लियर कर लेते हैं। हमारे पास जो है मॉलिक्यूलर फार्मूला जो गिवन है दैट इज C3H6O2। अब हमने इस मॉलिक्यूलर फार्मूला का स्ट्रक्चरल फार्मूला डिटरमाइन करना है यूजिंग द प्रोटॉन NMR and C13 NMR. We have already discussed in the last video that we do not specifically need a IR spectrum to study the compounds NMR and to study the structural formula from the molecular formula, but it is gives us a narrow information about that which functional group is present. As here we get the 715. This is largely due to the carbonyl compounds, and largely carbonyl compounds that may be the aldehyde, maybe ester, maybe a ketone. But if we determine it as an acid, then there should be present a region that gives us information about the stretching region of OH. Here we get this, that is 3500 to 2500. This region basically gives us this stretching information. OH की अगर ये information देगा तो हम ये clarify कर सकते हैं कि maybe the acid present. Obviously, in this case, we will get the acid is present because in the carbonyl compounds, if there is a ketone, then no OH stretching will be present. If that is aldehyde, then there will be no OH stretching. If that is an ester, then ester also do not have an OH stretching. But only the carboxylic acid is the only functional group that has the OH. So we will determine the carbonyl atom is attached to the hydroxyl. That gives us the information about the carboxylic acid that is present in our molecule. Let us move to our spectra. Here, that is the C13 spectrum. Now, from the spectra, we will get the information about the different kinds of the carbon atoms that are present in a molecule. First of all, we will discuss the depth. Here, the depth is given. Depth gives us the information about the CH. Then our peak area will be in the positive side. CH3. Then our peak area will be positive side. But if the CH2 group is present in the depth, then our peak area will be in the negative direction of the graph. Here we will represent it. We get one peak above or positive peak, we get one negative peak. It means that in our structure we have one CH2 group. Maybe integration value gives us more CH2 groups, but as I determine it the specific type of atom, then we will get information that a CH2 group is present. If the chemical environment is same, then it may be two groups, maybe three groups, maybe four groups. Or we get one positive peak. This positive peak may be due to the methyl group or maybe due to the CH group. This information will be solved using the proton spectrum, or we will get this information here. Next second spectra that is given in the C13 NMR spectrum is the proton decoupled spectrum. This proton decoupled spectrum is the spectrum that gives us the information only about the carbon atoms. Here, we get one peak here, that is at about the 9 ppm. Obviously from 15 ppm up till 15 ppm we always get the peak that is about the due to the methyl carbon. So we represent it as a methyl, but it will be clarified in the proton NMR spectrum that is it is the methine carbon or a methyl carbon. And this peak is in the direction in the straight line here. It represents this negative line. It means that this peak is due to the CH2 group. We can write it here. If I want to write, choose a color, then we can write it here. This peak is due to CH2 group. So CH2, and this peak we can represent it due to methyl group. As I already told you that in this region we always get a methyl, or there is a rare chances if the methane, if there is a methane, then it will be cleared in the next slide. Here we also get one peak. This one peak did not show here any area. It is because depth gives us only information about the CH2, about CH3 group, and about CH in the methane group. It did not tell us about the carbon atom that is single or the quaternary carbon atom. But proton decoupled spectrum gives us information about the quaternary carbon atom. Quaternary carbon atom means that carbon that is not attached with any hydrogen atom. We can represent it as a quaternary carbon. Or next we will see that here it shows the peak area at the 180 ppm. Here I can write it 180 ppm. In the region of from 180 ppm we get carboxylic acid or the ester, as we have already seen that there in the IR spectrum, that the peak area there represents a OH stretching. I will show you again. Here we have already seen that here the peak area is OH stretching. If there is also OH stretching, then it means that the hydroxyl group is present that represents the acid group. But if the IR group is not present and we did not get it, we did not get any information about the IR spectrum, then how can we tell about this? This is an ester or this is a carboxylic acid. This is very simple. Here we get a peak that may be due to the ester or carboxylic acid. It is not clear here, but we get a little information about it that it may be ester or carboxylic acid. This will be cleared or clarified in the proton NMR spectrum. As you have already known that in the proton NMR spectrum we get a small peak area. Here you see that this small peak area that is exchangeable with the D2O. This gives us information about the OH present, and that OH is connected to carboxyl group. It means that this is the H at this is due to the H atom, which is the part of the carboxylic group. And now we will here this gives us the triplet. We have already discussed that the triplet is given when a carbon or hydrogen that is attached to carbon, that carbon next is attached with the carbon that is attached with the two hydrogen. It means that here triplet represent a methyl group that it connected with the CH2 group. I will clear it with more detail as I write it here. CH3 that is attached to the CH2. If we consider it that here is a triplet, this triplet, I said this is due to the methyl group, then how this is due to the methyl group? This may be due to this CH2 group, but this is due to the methyl group. How I can say that so surely that this is due to the methyl group? This is due to the methyl group due to its splitting pattern, Here this splitting pattern gives us a triplet. Triplet means that follows the n+1 rule. If I write it here n+1, then here see, here we have methyl that is attached with the methylene. Here two hydrogens are present in its neighbor. We can write it here 2 plus 1. This gives us a triplet. But if we write n+1 rule for the methylene, we get here its neighbor, we get the 3 carbons. We can write it here 3 plus 1. So for this methylene group represents a quarter that is here. Now we have to clarify then what happened. we already get the information that this is due to the methyl, this is due to the methylene, and we also clarified that the CH group is not present, that we have some issues or the dots in the C13 spectrum. As the CH here, like if I come here, then you have already seen that this is the negative peak, this is a positive peak, and this positive peak is maybe due to the CH group or maybe due to the CH3 group. Here this is due to the CH3 group, as it is clarified in this graph, because it gives a triplet, and the triplet means that in its neighbor two hydrogen atoms are present, and this may be due to the triplet. Triplet gives a, and no more other carbon atoms or no more other hydrogen atoms are present in its neighbor, so it means that it is due to the methyl group, and it also comes in the region in the ppm of the methyl group, that is about the 1.2 ppm. Next, if you see the quadrat, we have already seen that it gives a quadrat. Quadrat means it has the 3 hydrogens in its neighbor, it means a methyl group. As there is no more hydrogen that are present in this structure, as we get the molecular formula C3H6, as we get 3 carbon here, 3 hydrogens here, 2 hydrogens here, 1 carbon here, 1 carbon here, and 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. 5 plus 1 hydrogen from the carboxyl group. Here I can write it here, carboxyl group C11OH. So we get all these informations from this spectrum. Here if I get a change color, we can clarify it. Next, now we get the CH3, CH2 and C11OH. Here we can attach them and we will get our spectrum structure formula. Here I clarified it. Next we'll get here, if I write it here, CH3, that is due to the triplet that is attached to CH2, because it gives us information from the splitting pattern, that is attached to with the 2, and that is attached, CH2 is attached with the carboxyl group, because carboxyl group, I will tell you about it, one sec, I can write it here, and here it is attached with the O and H. Okay. Next, here we see that this is a quadrat and this comes at the position of 2.4 ppm. 2.4 ppm means it is attached with the carbonyl carbon, because chemical shift value of the carbonyl carbon comes at the not carbonyl carbon, of course, the carbon atoms which have the hydrogens that is directly attached to the carbonyl carbon, it gives us the ppm value at the 2.1 ppm to 2.1 ppm to 2.4 ppm. Here it will come 2.4 ppm. Next, this is we get this structure. This gives us the information about the propionic acid. Let's clear it and see its structure clearly. That is what? CH3, CH2, C11OH. So guys, this was the structure. If you like this video and want to learn more spectra, then please share, subscribe and like this video, and मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़, थैंक यू सो मच।